Always have options and never beg anyone for a relationship. Well, today I want to strategize with you people, those that are in the process or considering doing spiritual work. I want you guys to listen to what I have to tell you. First and foremost, never appear destitute. Never appear desperate. Never appear as if your life is in desolation. When you come off as though you are struggling, you are desperate, it's a complete turnoff to people. And not only that, you're going to find yourself in a compromising situation where if you are dealing with someone, you will find that that person will begin to take advantage of your position. When you appear as though you have no other options, this is the only person that's available to you. That person is going to use that over your head. And when you love the person or you show more affection than that person shows you, this person will begin to utilize that over you. And this is a form of manipulation. When some people see that you are vulnerable, they take advantage of your position. So when it comes down to dating, when it comes down even into relationships, never appear as though you don't have options. That is the worst thing you can ever do in your life. And if anything, those around you will motivate the person, or rather I say it will keep the person that you're seeing on your fucking toes. Because now there is competition. Now when these people see that you have all these beautiful women around you, or beautiful men around you, or handsome men around you, they're going to think twice about fucking up, because they know if they fuck up, somebody will replace them. Never put yourself in a vulnerable position where you make someone feel as though there's nobody else. And even when you think on a line of abusive relationships, what do you find? The abuser usually likes to take the person away from their family, away from their friends. They try to seclude them so that they have complete control. You have to understand the psychological manipulation here. Now, I'm going to move into the next category for our next position. Listen, never beg for a relationship. Never. Never. You get down, you beg a female or you beg a male for a relationship. When you do that, you look weak. And when you do that, you are forcing things. You're trying to force something instead of allowing it to happen naturally. Most people, most people, let me just say this. Most people who are conventional, they have this relationship thought in mind that a title. I want a title. I want to say this is my girlfriend. See, before you can actually get to that position, there has to be chemistry. It has to move in that direction. See, the thing is, the reason why in dating, why two people separate most of the time is because one is constantly pushing. One is constantly pushing. Eventually, yeah, it should be mutual. But if it's not mutual and you're dating and you're having a good time, continue on. Carry on. Carry on. Because when you're doing what you need to do for yourself, you're playing your cards right. Eventually that person's going to come around. I remember I was in a situation where I was in the midst of dating two women. One woman, she constantly pushed. The other just stayed in their place, and they never did anything whatsoever. They never pushed anything. I end up getting into a relationship with the female that never bothered me, that never hassled me for a relationship. See, a lot of you guys, and a lot of you women too, your problem is that you constantly push. You constantly get into your feelings and you think that everything revolves around a fucking title. Titles should come later. What matters the most is the actions. What matters the most is the mutual feelings or the actions that are there. You'll find yourself in a relationship and you won't even know that you're in a relationship. And once it becomes natural, things of, you know what, I think we should move in together. What do you think that is? What do you think that is? If the person says, you know, we should move in together, what do you think that is? You're seeing a person. See, titles are, a lot of people, I say, you have to get out of this title thing. Because people make statuses on Facebook, I'm in a relationship, and they take it off. I've been in situations where I was in a relationship and I never put it on Facebook. I never put a title on Facebook. Until recently I have. But people thought that when I put the title on Facebook, that's when I was officially in a relationship. And the people didn't even know that I've been seeing this person for God knows how long. See, these are two things that can end a situation. When you are constantly pressing, constantly pushing, you're eventually going to push the person away. And another situation is, which I mentioned, is that when you don't have options. Don't have options can work like this as well. I don't want to fuck with this guy. He doesn't have any options. As much as people, I'm going to use women for example. As much as women say, I don't like players, I don't like, niggas with a whole bunch of bitches and shit like that. The reality is, if that man does not have a bunch of women around him or women after him, you bitches don't want him. You don't want him. And then as soon as this person has all these women after him, that's when you women want to rear your head. And then sometimes a man gets into a relationship, that's when all these women that didn't pay him any attention want to jump in his inbox. You want to send all types of crazy messages. Oh, I miss you. I want to talk to you. Never appear desperate. When you appear desperate, you appear as a nobody. Nobody pays you any attention. And if you end up in a situation where you are with someone, they're going to take advantage of your position. With that said, I conclude this video. Thank you guys for watching.